Lockdown's going well. Hi folks, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Ben and I'm a photographer and videographer based in North Wales. Very quick one today. This is something I've been wanting to do for ages. Seriously, a long time. And that is cleaning my camera's sensor. I've kept meaning to do this with every camera that I've owned, but as it turns out, I've usually just bought another camera instead. But so far, my two A7 IIIs are doing me proud, so I think it's about time I showed them a little TLC. First off, it's important to mention that it's probably a good idea to check whether you actually need to clean your camera sensor or not before attempting it. A good idea for this is taking the picture with a really narrow aperture, such as f22 or f16, point it straight at a PC monitor with a white screen, and just take some long moving shots. That means that nothing is going to be in focus on the monitor, and because your sensor is moving with the camera, any spots that show up, they're going to be on the sensor. I think it was Nigel Danson who did that in one of his videos a while ago, so I'll leave a link to that video as well. Secondly, I'll point out that if you're unsure or you're not confident in cleaning your own camera sensor, don't. Take it to your nearest camera shop and they'll do it for you. It'll probably cost £10–15, I imagine, and in most cases it'll be done in the same day. Honestly, that's what I was going to do myself, but my good friend Callum, who you may have seen on the channel before now, he recently decided to give it a go himself with some of his cameras, and he's very generously given me some leftover swabs. So these swabs are from a company called VSGO, VSGO. I'm fairly certain they're all near enough the same thing. Now, depending on the size of your camera sensor, you will have to get a different size sensor swab. Now, these ones right on the front, they say full frame. If you're using an APS-C sensor or a Micro Four Thirds sensor, there will be exactly the same product, but a different size specifically for that sensor. So let's get on with it. Referring back to my first point, I know for a fact that I need to clean the sensor off this camera. I've noticed before a couple of little specks of dust or dirt or whatever it is, and on this one it looks like there's a small little smudge as well. Not a clue how it got there, and I can't really demonstrate in the video. I don't have a macro lens or anything, but it's not very pretty, and I'm sure it's probably not doing anything for image quality in my photos or video. So to start off, we're going to just get rid of any loose bits of dirt. So I'm sure you all know what this is. Just a generic air blower, or rocket I think some people call it. These are pretty cheap, you can get them from anywhere, Amazon, camera shops, anywhere really. Do be careful not to get too close to the sensor. You don't want to accidentally touch and potentially scratch the sensor, and also do it upside down, because if you're shifting any loose bits of dirt, you don't want it to just fall back onto the sensor again. That's defying the object. So we'll just go around it to try and get rid of any loose bits and pieces. I tend to find that nice short sharp bursts of air will probably do a much better job than just gently going at it. Nice sharp bursts. And just notice how I'm holding the blower as well. With this one in particular, I'm sure many are the same, the nozzle actually detaches. So if you blow in too hard, just using the rubber bit, there is a chance it might just pop out. You may know I used to be a chef, and it's exactly how you hold a knife properly as well. You don't just hold the handle, because it's not as stable. With a knife you'd actually wrap around the base of the blade, in this case the nozzle, and that just means it's not going to pop out, and there's no little air gaps either, so much more secure. Okay, that's that bit done. Obviously this is a demonstration, so it's taking a little bit longer. When you're in between tasks, leave it upside down as well. I've not seen this mentioned anywhere, but my theory is that taking the battery out, and I also actually left it switched on for a few seconds or so as well. That should, in theory, drain any current that is in the sensor, because that is what really attracts dust to the sensor. So I've taken the battery out, switched it on for 30 seconds. Obviously it's not on because there's no battery, but that should just drain the circuit, meaning there's no charge on the sensor, meaning hopefully it's not going to attract any loose dust particles. That might be complete rubbish, but I'm going with it. So next, take the swab out of its packet. I have seen people doing dry swabs, but don't really see what the point of that is. If there's any dirt left on there, surely you're just scratching the sensor with it. In most of these kits, you'll get some sensor cleaning fluid. All we need is a few drops along the swab. Let's go with 1, 2, 3. That should be plenty. I'll let it soak in a little bit, and I can see in the light that it has soaked through to both sides. And then all we're going to do is swab from one end to the other, applying a bit of pressure, not too much, and then when you get to the end, continue in the other direction. So let's go. And presumably that should have done the job. So this is now spent, really. You don't want to go over again in case you have picked up any dirt or oily residue. You don't want to just put it back on the sensor. Luckily these packs do provide loads of them. So let that dry out for a few seconds and I'll just check it. And I'm pretty sure that does look a lot better. I couldn't see that smudge anymore, so in theory that should have done the job. At this point you can by all means use the swab that you've just used to give the rest of your camera a bit of a clean up. There's no chance you're going to use 15ml of fluid cleaning your sensor, and you get one of these in pretty much every pack of swabs, so you may as well use it on your rear LCD, on your live viewfinder, and just use it to get in all the little nooks and crannies that you wouldn't usually get to. So yeah, I know a lot of people probably see these as a nuisance, single-use plastic. Maybe someone makes bamboo ones, I don't know. But your sensor is clean, that can go. Like I say, make the most of it, do the rest of the camera as well, and that's it. Job's a good one. So I'm going to finish this video because I need to clean this camera sensor as well. Thank you very much for watching, hope this helps. Yeah, it's not as hard a job as you might think. By all means, if you're not confident doing it, then go to your local camera shop, they'll happily do it for you. And bear in mind that they're doing that job several times a day on different cameras, so they know what they're doing. But if you're not so precious like me, and it's a tool, it does a job, and it needs to be clean, you know, pick some of these up. I'll leave some links in the description down below, and go for it, give it a go. Thank you very much for watching, hope it helps. If you'd like to see more videos like this, then please do hit subscribe down the bottom corner down there. If you liked it, give it a like. If you've got any questions or comments of any sort, do leave a comment down below and I'll be sure to get back to you. And until the next one, be good, stay safe, get creative, and I'll see you in the next video.